Hello Cyber Crew, Lady Cyber reporting in with your December 2nd, 2025 Global Blast. Strap in, markets are twitchy, geopolitics is playing ping pong, and the climate clock keeps ticking. Yen gains strength as Bank of Japan floats rate hike. The Bank of Japan said it's seriously considering raising interest rates at its December meeting, and the yen responded like it had just heard good news. Bond yield spiked. Asian markets shivered. Cash cow? Hard to say. Markets take a breather, global shares slip. After a modest rally, global stocks cooled as investors paused to digest upcoming central bank moves and economic signals. Risk-off moods meet early December jitters. Oil prices creep up on OPEC freeze plus Black Sea tensions. Brent and WTI rose, partly thanks to an OPEC decision to hold output steady, and partly to renewed tanker attack worries around Ukraine. Energy markets are still playing dodgeball. Crypto gets the cold shoulder as risk aversion sells in. Bitcoin slid about 6% today, its biggest drop since early November, as traders ditched riskier assets. Looks like digital gold's mood matches macro uncertainty. Nestle puts premium coffee brand on the auction block. Nestle reportedly is exploring a sale of its trendy coffee arm Blue Bottle coffee. Big beans, big questions. Is the hype fading faster than a latte? Washington fires back, boat strikes and Venezuela fallout. The U.S. defended recent strikes on a Venezuelan vessel, saying it was legal, but critics question the second cleanup strike after survivors were allegedly targeted. Diplomatic waves just got taller. Peace talks on edge, a new push in Moscow for Ukraine deal. A U.S. envoy is reportedly heading to Moscow to relaunch Ukraine-Russia peace talks. Hope is alive, but trust is on life support. Corporate climate promises, money flows, but fossil fuel pledges dodge the spotlight. In the wake of COP30, forest protection funding surged and carbon credit chatter resurfaced, but a binding fossil fuel phase-out is still missing. Activists say it's polite applause, not a real encore. Global climate reality check, emissions still rising, 2030 looks grim. A new report warns that emissions are still headed upward. Even ambitious pledges may not stop the world heating toward 2.5 degrees Celsius this century, a wake-up call if anyone's sleeping. Africa-EU talks grow on trade and green investment, deals over declarations? Amid climate uncertainty, another kind of handshake is forming. Trade and green infrastructure cooperation between Africa and Europe are getting real momentum. Sometimes business beats rhetoric. Global liquidity tightens, bonds scream, borrowing costs are back. As yields rise in Japan and oil and risk jitters ripple outwards, global borrowing and financial conditions are tightening. Timing, terrible. Mood, cautious. Expect more noise before year-end reboots. With currencies, markets, geopolitics, and climate all simmering, December looks like the world's biggest stress test yet. Until next dispatch, this is Lady Cyber, powering down with poise, pixels intact, and a stray smirk programmed in. Stay sharp. Stay charged. And if your world buffer bars, simply reboot with irony.